All right, thank you for tuning in to Marriage Mondays on Not Alone TV. I'm Coach Ray Jr., and I have good news for you. All right, so today's message is becoming husband and wife before being husband and wife. All right, let me elaborate. So basically, it's embodying and demonstrating the character of what a husband and wife is. So it's really good to get a head start, before that day, before that wedding day, or before you decide to, um, that you want to um, acknowledge your vows in front of God to become husband, and wife, you know, and a lot of us don't know that. We look at marriage as what we see on TV and families. Everybody has their own version and their own opinion of what marriage really is. Okay, now this is a great point for those who are curious, for those who are seeking and are ready to become married. These are for all of the people out there that's about to or thinking about the journey of marriage. It's becoming husband and wife before being husband and wife. So I remember, I believe this may be 2014. I had this in one of my other videos. Me and my wife was at, it's like a 4 month, marriage course that just really digs deep into the marriage union. Of course, drawing from the Bible. And we received these two cards. I received one, my wife received one about my role as a husband and her role as a wife. And really, what it is, it's just keeping focus on our duties, what we're supposed to be doing, instead of looking over and seeing what they're doing or what's on their card. Translate is not focusing on what they're doing and putting so much attention on what they are doing, what they're not doing. Just focus on what you're supposed to be doing as either a husband or a wife. And you think about that, that's great, And if both parties are just focusing and staying in their own lane as husband and wife, their duties, which is really to take the attention off yourself and keep it on, and not really pay attention to what they're doing, but to actually be there to increase, to add value, to bring your spouse up, not in a way that you're being nosy, but really it's your job as a husband and her job as a wife, and becoming that and walking into that. So when it comes down to marriage, guess what? You're already developing the skills of a husband and wife. Most of us learn through trial and error and all things after the ceremony. But it's really exhibiting those qualities and characteristics before you even get to that point. That's really the correct way of doing that, And we have so many, these, what you want to call them, unrealistic expectations, I would say, excuse me, unrealistic sometimes, and we look at a lot of the exterior qualities of people. I want somebody that's chocolate, that's got muscles, that's got cars, got money, it's got all of these things. But what does it really mean? But I know deep down you want somebody that's going to treat you, treat you with kindness and love you unconditionally, without conditions. A gentleman, a lady, those basic qualities. We going for the external things, but what if those individuals with the external things don't have really good inside? This is longevity. That stuff is really not important. It's the longevity in marriage. Two coming together. and really overcoming, circumstances and things like that, and still loving each other through that. We all make mistakes. We all human. We fall short. You know, and we should be forgiving creatures, forgiving human beings. And keep on reassuring each other that, you know what, I'm here for the long haul. This is what marriage is. Marriage is, it's forever, and I'm here. And I know that's not what happens, because we look at society and we see all these divorces. Hey, when things don't work out, hey, I'm out the back door. I'm about to get a divorce. I don't like that. There's so many things, so many variables, man. There's so many things that people come with. It's not the obvious baggage, or you had relationships before that, and you didn't sever ties before you got into the. That's the obvious baggage and drama that comes with it. But really, it's the baggage can be the upbringing. You got two different, two individuals that was raised different. Belief systems are different. Cultures, family cultures are different. And then bringing all that stuff together, that can be baggage too. So it's not just the obvious. It's however old that person is, whatever that person's seen growing up until today. So it's a lot. And just being a man and being a woman, we're all different. But I know sometimes we want them to act just like us. We do it unconsciously. We don't even realize that we're doing it. We're unconsciously controlling. But we got to check that. Become aware and conscious about that. I can't do that. I got to give them the opportunity to be a man. I got to give them an opportunity to be a woman. Because we're different. Our needs are different. We're wired different. And we have to first understand women. We have to first understand men. We're vastly different. We're physically different. We're mentally different. We're just different. We do things different. And we can't expect each other to do the same thing that we want them to do. Allow them to be themselves. I made that mistake at times. In my marriage, and wanting to do what I want them to do, or what I want them to be. Had to check myself. It was humbling. I got checked a lot by my wife about that. Didn't realize that I was doing it. But we have to give our spouse enough room to either make a mistake or be themselves. We got to give them that room. And marriage is a great thing if it's done right. But you're going to fall short. It's okay. When you fall down, just dust yourself off and get right back up. And just keep on reassuring each other that, hey, we're not going anywhere. Divorce is not an option. And we have a lot of external influences out there. And the easy thing is when things don't work out, hey, granted, there are things, there are really some serious issues out there that warrants the union to be dissolved. In those situations, they might require counseling, therapy, or just dissolve it. I don't want to speak on those because those are unique situations. But just the normal, just give each other room. But get a chance to know each other before, you decide to get married, before you walk on this journey. Get a chance to know each other, and talk with each other and learn each other, and practice every day being husband and wife. Give each other enough room for failure to be themselves, And when we're both doing our parts, husband is doing their part, wife is doing their part, you take away the selfishness, because the concentration is not on self, it's always on your partner. So this message is especially for those who are thinking about it. Marriage is a great thing. Please, you know, um, you don't have to focus too much on um, with with social media, with TV and movies. A lot of this stuff is not real, from my observation. I'm not going to say all of it in its entirety, but a lot of it isn't real. It isn't. You know, this is God's design. Man can't reinvent the wheel and put their own spin on it, even though man tries to. But this is God's. I can't talk about marriage and leave God out. It's impossible. And I won't. I won't. And um, it's just, and it's not for everybody. You don't have to do it. You don't have to get married. You don't have to have kids. You don't have to do it. Don't let nobody pressure you into doing so, because it may not be for you. Your whole crew might be getting married, having kids, but it doesn't mean that you have to do it. Do what's authentic to you, what's in your heart to do. Do it because you want to, that you're passionate about this. But don't just fall for anybody. Really, if you haven't met that person yet, look at me when I tell you this. Look at me when I tell you this. Get yourself in line. Check yourself first. Because really, you're going to attract based off of how you show up. Okay? You're going to attract that. That's why, like minds attract, or misery loves company. You kind of find each other. So whether the lows or the misery, the highs, just successful, ambitious, happy, joyful, you're going to attract how you feel and how you show up. What do you think about yourself? Think highly about yourself. So nobody else, we have all these expectations that we want them to have all of this stuff right here, and we don't even measure up to nowhere near it. Make sure that you get yourself in line. The things, the qualities that you're looking in that person, become that. So you can be able to attract that person. You don't want to attract foolishness. So if you got foolishness or dysfunction, you got some stuff that's in you, but you got to be honest. You got to be honest. If you know that stuff is in you, you have a chance to turn that around and work on yourself. So if you want somebody that's peaceful, that's happy, that's joyful, that's honest, do some self-checks. Are you that? And if not, it's okay. Be honest with yourself and work on that. Work on being honest. Work on being joyful. Work on having a clean space. And welcome that person. Somebody who's going to treat you like a lady. Somebody who's going to treat you like a gentleman. Really work on that if you haven't found that person. Those qualities that you're looking for. I know that we want to have a lot of the external things that them to have. But go a little bit deeper. How about the person's character? You want somebody with great character. You should want that with great character. And all of the stuff is a bonus. Go for character. Someone who's going to just treat you so well and just love you unconditionally, without conditions. Anybody know what that feels like? You deserve that. If you don't work on that, it's okay. You got time. No rush. Be patient. Enjoy the process while you're working on yourself. Somebody on the next town or the next street or the next state is working on themselves to find you. You just never know. Work on yourself and enjoy it. I know a lot of us are impatient. I understand it. We live in a microwave society. We want things right now. I know that. I'm there. Every day is a walk for me to be more patient. I've come a long way. Trust me. Really. You just never know how things work out. You just never know. But you want to attract somebody really good in your life, make sure that you're good. you know. And if you do have somebody, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a fiance, and if you haven't heard this before, and this is new, check it out. Leave a comment, let me know. Reach out to me. But becoming husband and wife before you even get there. Get a jump start. You know, get a jump start. You know, and learn. Pop the Bible open. Research that. Research that. You know, and become that. Walk in that. You know, walk in that before you get there. Operate in that. So, I'm going to go ahead and, bring it to a close. This is one of my favorite topics. And my wife can, bring her on, one of these days so we can actually talk and we can have it from a husband and a wife's perspective. Get it real nice, So this is from a husband's perspective. And this is from experience. I'm not telling you things that I heard. I'm telling you things that I know I'm living every day. So my message is stuff that I go through every day. It's not something I heard about or I will think about going through. I'm going through it every day. And what I'm going through, my experience and how I overcame that, is for you to help you out. Like I said, I love it. I'm passionate about what I do. I love what I do. And I love helping out. I love helping out. Anything I can do to help somebody else, to increase and advance in their life. But thank you for this time, for watching this video. I know it's a little bit lengthy, but I really appreciate that. I hope that you watch it all the way through, and if you found that you like it, that you found that it adds value to your life, come along this journey with me, and follow the channel. Come on. I really appreciate that. It can really help anybody else that you know that can actually use this great and wonderful information. Let them know. I want to get this out to the world. This is what I want to do for work. This is my passion. Every day, this is the work that I want to do. And I found it. It took a while for me to find it. I was like, man, it just doesn't make any sense. I decided that this is what I wanted to do 2 years ago. I'm just being raw and honest. You got to start somewhere. That's my message. Start now. If you're thinking about it, start today, start now. Try not to ponder about it. Today's the best day to go ahead and do it. But the sun is going to come up every day. You're always going to have a chance. You're not going to miss the boat. You're not going to miss the train. But today's always a great day to start. Always a great day. Do yourself a favor. And if you're trying to avoid the mistakes, forget about it. You're going to make mistakes. You learn from them. That's what's going to strengthen you. Increase yourself. Make those mistakes and learn from those mistakes. It's okay. That's what strengthens us, is the mistakes. But thank you for coming along this journey. I really appreciate it. And remember, expect miracles, great things, and events to happen for you. They will happen. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. They will happen. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you soon.